2022 feels like the positive upswing that I've been hoping for. It's been a mix of change, imbalance, determination, and overall physical and mental care. As the year is coming to a close, I feel like it's the perfect time to look back and reflect on the past goals that I set for myself at the beginning of the year. Did I achieve them? Did I fail? And hopefully this will give us some new insight for the new goals for the new year. Overall, 2022 has felt pretty mixed. I came into the year with a pretty determined, gritty mindset. So here's the quick rundown. Climb outside. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Climb outside, be financially aware, consistent climb on Sundays, climb hard, V5, V6, strongest, best version of myself, pistol squat, muscle up, 165 pounds. Wait. A ton of these goals are physical based, and that's really what the focus of my 2022 year was about. And the funny thing is that a lot of the physical goals I actually ended up achieving. With consistent climbing, it became really easy once my job switched over here to Seattle. When I made this list, it was when I was still working in Bellevue. So my goal was to just climb on Sundays. And I actually talked a little bit about that in my last video. I would say I achieved this. In my notes, I missed about 6 Sundays. But with that being said, once I moved to Seattle, I started to climb 2-3 times a week. So at the end of the day, did I climb consistently throughout the year? I think that's a yes. I think that's a win. And speaking of climbing, I set out a goal to first hit a V5, which I was able to do. That was pretty hype. And so I added on to that little goal list V6, which I was also able to do. So again, these physical goals, they just started to trickle in. And I really think that helps with having something consistent climbing, consistent working out. Like that's what led to those achievements. This really helped me feel like I became the best physical version of myself. And that goal is a pretty broad goal. It's not very statistical, but I don't think when I made this list, I don't think it was meant to be statistical. This was really about how I felt mentally, about the insecurity that I was dealing with at the beginning of the year, and really looking back of like, do I feel like I'm at my best? I wanted to make sure that I felt that I was at my physical best, if that makes sense. And I would say I also achieved that. This year, I've come a long way with how I reflect on myself and how I'm able to expand on my thoughts and talk about it beyond just the physical properties of myself. I will say, like, working out really helped with that, to give myself a little bit more confidence, because I remember when I was first working out, like I'd be like, oh, I am not going to be able to shoulder press 2 45-pound weights. And then before I knew it, that was like my warm up. And that felt so good to know, like, this is where I started and now this is where I'm here. And that's what mentally strengthened my mind. Another few examples that involves this list is the muscle up and the pistol squat. The muscle up, funny enough, I achieved it. I did it once throughout this year. And for some reason, I can't do it again. But I bet you if I put my mind to it, I don't even bet you. I know if I put my mind to it, I can do it again. I just have to practice. The overall goal of getting a muscle up, I achieved. So, yay! My legs have always been one of the weakest parts of my body, and I really set out the goal to be able to pistol squat. I actually got my first really clean pistol squat on camera, so I'm really happy about that. And I can still do a pistol squat till today. I just gotta warm up and then boom, I can hit it. So I've talked a lot about the goals that I did attain, but let's talk about the goals that I didn't achieve. And this isn't for me to feel bad about myself. This isn't anything truly negative. At the end of the day, these goals might not have been planned out enough. And I think this is really gonna help me set up better goals for the next year. And one of those goals being to climb outside. I really wanted to climb outside last season. First year of climbing, first true year of climbing. I thought I was gonna be able to work out, but the one time that I was about to go, smoke swept the area. So unfortunately, we couldn't go outside. Air quality was terrible, and it just never ended up happening. And it was a little bit late into the season. So that was the last true chance that I had to climb outside. I think climbing outside is not that big of a deal. I climbed a lot inside, and that just means the next time I go outside, I'm gonna be even stronger and hopefully more prepared to hopefully send something outside. Another goal that I didn't attain, and I hope to move into this next year, is being financially aware. With the change of jobs, the change of hours, rate of pay, all that, like it just shook me a little bit. I went from having 60-hour work weeks to maybe 35, sometimes 40-hour work weeks. 20 hours add up. So that definitely changed my day-to-day living habits on what I really could afford versus couldn't afford. I mean, we live in an apartment in Seattle. It's expensive, it adds up. So I really have to be more financially aware. I set that goal at the beginning of the year, but do I feel like I really achieved it? No, not really. And that really leads me to 2023. It's a start of the new year, and I'm ready for it. I've actually kind of started working on some of these goals already. I think that's the best way to lead into the new year, is not just to say I'm gonna start on January 1st, but more so I'm going to lead my way into January 1st. So let's get into it. I wanted to separate these goals into 3 segments: life, video production, and training. For life, like I said, I want to be more financially aware. So that's right up at the height of that list in life. The other one after that, I want to be more social. I've definitely done better this year, but I want to make sure I give myself the time to go out with friends, hang out with my family more, and just be overall social. Live a little. For video production, I feel like I've definitely made an improvement this year. I came out with, I think, 6 videos or so, which is more than like ever. And I feel really proud of the production that I've been able to create this past year, but I want to keep expanding on that. So this is where things get statistical. I want to create at least 12 videos by the end of the year. That's equivalent to about 1 video a month, and I think that's very attainable. I just have to keep a clear mindset, keep writing, keep creating, and keep experiencing. Another goal for my video production is to finally build an actual website. I need a website. I need a place for my portfolio, for my work, a place for you guys to click into, a website that can expand and grow, and I don't have one yet. Cannot procrastinate on it. Oh my gosh. The last segment is gonna be training. I want to climb harder. I want to climb harder. I want to climb my first V8 white problem. That would be the dream. So for me to achieve this, I need my training schedule to be more towards climbing focus. If I'm working out, how is this gonna help this part of climbing? Last year, it was training with climbing and weight in mind. This year, it's just climbing. Climbing. Woo! 2022, good. 2023, great. I hope this gives you an opportunity to really reflect and set some goals for yourself. The start of the new year, Don't be afraid to just finally start your goals. Don't have that ego saying, oh, I can start it whenever. Just start it now. Start it at the beginning of the year. It makes it easier. Don't be afraid to be one of those people to make New Year's resolutions. It's okay. Let me know what goals you have, and let's hold each other liable. Let's make sure we attack this year with the same grit and determination I attacked last year. Let's get it. Let's freaking go. Gosh, I hate outros. I'm just so bad at them. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that jazz. Peace. I'm not gonna say peace. I'm not gonna say peace.